Hi guys, in this video I'm going to unwrap my banana trees for the springtime. Before I get busy unwrapping them, what I'm going to do is just describe how I've wrapped them up, and that way as I unwrap them you can see what's going on. So basically I made a bamboo sort of teepee and placed a tarp over them to keep out the wind and the wind chill and the frost and the snow. I insulated each banana trunk inside the teepee there with bubble wrap in hopes that would stop any freezing from hitting the trunk. And at the base I used a wire frame and filled it with leaves to basically double insulate the roots in that, just in case the bubble wrap trunk didn't work. It was a very mild winter, so I don't doubt that everything is going to be quite nice in here, but it's a beautiful spring day. It's about 20 degrees today. It is March the 28th. So why don't we unwrap them and see how they look. Well, this is a shot of inside the teepee. It's quite warm in here. It's acting like a greenhouse, so it's quite warm. You can see the bubble wrap trunks there. This in the foreground is a bamboo pole. That's what's been used to keep the tarp upright and make sure the rain and the snow kind of stayed off of them. There's a little bit of damage that I can see. That one didn't get wrapped up at all. So that one will be interesting to see how it weathered compared to the ones that were wrapped up. Okay, so there they are all unwrapped. It doesn't look like anything suffered too much, especially the ones that I wrapped up. I see new growth coming out of the tips of them. On some of them I tried to put a plastic bag on top of the tip, again just to keep it a little bit drier. That may have actually just kept moisture in, I don't know. This was the new way I wrapped them this year. I wanted to try to keep the trunks longer as opposed to just always hacking them back to the ground and mulching the first foot or two of them. So these ones that had the plastic bags over, they're the soggiest. That's pretty wet. They'll need to be cut back. Now this didn't have any bubble wrap on it. It just had the tarp, so there was no real protection from the winter other than one single tarp. That's kind of interesting. I'll see how it did. Here's another one that had no protection other than the tarp. They're still solid, they're not mushy. It's green inside, so that's good. It's got a green tip. So all that was covered with was just the tarp. So these ones that were covered with more than the tarp, with the bubble wrap, I expect to have good results with them. So there's one trunk that I just unbubble wrapped. I think I'm going to leave the other three trunks bubble wrapped for today. It is still quite early in the season, but I think the bubble wrap was a huge success. There's a little bit of damage here, but it's very solid in the trunk, and we have new growth up at the top already. So yeah, seems like bubble wrapping banana trunks was a good way to winterize them. You can see the difference between the one that was bubble wrapped and the one beside it that wasn't bubble wrapped. I think this will still be alive. I think it's still green in there. It definitely has thinned back a little bit. It may die back some. It looks like it's not going to be nearly as tall. That's the worst one there. So it might be a matter of cutting it back, but it's still alive in the middle. So we're still better than if we had cut it right back to the ground to start with. Anyways guys, that is how my banana trees are bubble wrapped for the winter. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Alright, I went for it. I unwrapped the second one. So there's the first one we just seen, and here's the second one. So now I have 2 out of 4 of the main trunks that were bubble wrapped, not bubble wrapped. The second trunk is just as good a shape as the first one there, good and solid and green. I can show you a few that weren't bubble wrapped at all. That one there, still solid. That one over there, still solid, but these ones are a much nicer green color, and I think the growth is going to start out of the top quickly. That one up there has already got new growth coming out of the top for the year. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Bye guys.